Talk about drugs.
Drugs in Korea. It's a increasing issue here in South Korea. Let's read this.
Go ahead.
South Korean police arrested 2 individuals, a South Korean and a Filipino, and questioned over 17 American soldiers following raids at Camp Humphreys and Camp Casey, suspecting them of smuggling and distributing synthetic cannabis. Now, the raids were based on intelligence from the U.S. Army Criminal Investigation Division. Suspected soldiers, currently not detained, were sent to further investigation. Cannabis use in South Korea, so weed used in South Korea can lead to 5 years in prison or a fine of up to 50 million Korean won.
And public shame. Don't forget about that part.
Okay, I've been saying this for a while. Cannabis, weed, marijuana, whatever you want to call it, you have countries around the world that legalized it for a reason. Okay?
For sure.
And there's enough research that saying that smoking cigarettes is worse than weed.
You know they don't play that here.
But Korea doesn't like it.
They don't play that here.
You know,
you can give them all the evidence
politics,
in the world.
It's politics, and it's the cigarette companies, man.
Listen.
I don't know if there's any other reason why Korea is so against cannabis or weed. Let me know. I want to be enlightened why they consider it more dangerous substance than.
Okay, I used to play sports. I used to play basketball, right? Our team was pretty decent. When we're at a certain school and we're playing well, we are not cocky. You know why? We don't have home court advantage. Certain schools, they will find you after the game and they will press you like, hey, you're a little bit loud during the game. So we're quiet when we play. Other schools, they're not like that, but we know which school we can do that at and which school we can't do that at. When you come to Korea, do not play that. Do not play any drug game, anything like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Korea does not play that.
Yeah, that's the rules and that's the law. But what I don't understand is around the world and researchers around the world.
For sure. There's so many
done.
benefits. There's even hemp benefits and whatnot, but they're not playing that.
Yeah, so I want to know. Anyone watching YouTube, let me know why Korea is banning it.
Banning the weed?
Yeah, you can't smoke it. You can't
Because
sell it.
they're a conservative country. They're a conservative country.
No.
It's a gateway. To them, it's a gateway.
But cigarettes are allowed. Why? That's what I want to know.
It's a social cultural construct thing.
So why are they brainwashing everyone that cannabis is worse? You know, that's the social thing. It's messed up, is what I'm saying.
I think smart people do know, but you can't convince the public.
But what I do know is what's illegal is illegal. You can't do it.
Sure.
I totally understand. I totally agree with it. That's why you shouldn't do it. If you're breaking the rules and the laws, you should get out of the country. But what I don't understand is the philosophy behind the whole thing. You know, like, why is it illegal in the first place? Who made it illegal? Who made up the Constitution?
But I kind of agree with it because to them, you have to understand, these are older people, like super conservative older people, right? If you show a Korean like a flower and cannabis, they probably wouldn't even know the difference, right? That's how against it they are. And a lot of people don't.
False education as well.
They don't even consider weed as a drug in certain places in the world, right? They don't think cannabis is like a drug. But in Korea, if you say you're doing marijuana, they think you're like taking like
cocaine
or heroin or whatever. To them, drug is drug. There's no, in America, like Schedule A, Schedule B, in Korea, it's all the same thing. Drug is a drug.
I know.
Right?
I already get all that.
They're not gonna change. But why? Older people are not, it's a slippery slope. If you let that in, and you know Koreans generally have a addictive nature. That's why there's not much gambling places here. Right?
Oh, there are a lot. You just don't know, man.
Oh, okay, we're getting something different.
No,
we're getting something different.
You hear the news getting busted, people getting busted by.
Okay, let me rephrase that. There's no legal gambling places.
There are now.
There's like one.
There's people. A lot of people play Korean play. They play poker nowadays. It's gambling.
It's not legal.
It's legal.
It's not legal.
It is legal.
Where?
You want to just search on Naver right now if you want to play poker.
It's legal?
It's legal.
Oh, you can play poker, but it's not
And you win prizes.
Yeah, but it's not money. You know what I
But
mean.
you have to buy the tickets. It's a very what do you call it?
Yeah, around the world.
Ambiguous.
Yeah, right. But what I mean is you can't go to like a casino and like
No, there's no casinos.
That's
Casinos
what-
are
that's
only
what
for
I mean.
foreigners.
Yeah, that's
but
what I
like
mean.
poker, yeah, there's people can gamble. Yeah.
But back to the drugs.
So yeah, the thing about Korea, man, is this is like these kind of rules and laws and regulations. It's just so whack, is what I want to say.
I disagree. I still disagree.
All right.
But we can leave it there.
Yeah.
I'll say this though. When it comes to the U.S. Army thing, I understand why they're here, but this is why this topic is such a hot topic in Korea. Like, there's always protests in Seoul. We were in Seoul last time. There's a protest against the U.S. Army being here, and they do kind of have a bad rap here, and this doesn't help their case at all, right? When the U.S. Army had curfew, it was the worst. I'm Canadian. They always used to stop me, ask me for my ID, right? And they kind of have a bad rap here, and I hope that in the future, because I know it's not everybody, but it only takes a small group of people to ruin it for everybody, right?
For sure.
So I'll just say that when it comes to that.
Yeah. What's illegal here, you should not do.
Don't play with it.
Yeah.
And then speaking about drugs, what happened to the Lamborghini driver?
Let's look at what happened to the Lamborghini driver. Okay. The 30-year-old man, surnamed Hong, has been referred to prosecutors after allegedly threatening another driver with a sashimi knife over a parking dispute in Gangnam, Seoul. Now, this is a big news. It's been on over the headlines everywhere.
Sorry, yo.
He carries around a sashimi knife in the car.
What kind of knife is that? I'm sorry, what is that?
Sashimi knife. I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's one of those knives a butcher carries around.
Yo,
you know, like,
what?
oh, it's the long ones.
I don't eat raw. Sashimi's raw fish, right?
Sashimi knives are the long ones.
I don't eat raw fish, so I don't.
Oh, okay,
I don't
okay.
know.
Like a butcher knife is the thick, the block ones, right? The thick ones. Sashimi knives are the really long ones. The ones where gangs use, like Yakuzas use and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. That's so stereotypical. Like, this guy's running around with a fish fillet knife?
Yeah. Oh, because apparently sashimi knives are what, gangs use to stab people.
How do you know?
You watch gang movies all the time. Action movies.
All right.
Now, Hong, whose driver's license was revoked, parked his Lamborghini and displayed the knife tucked in his waist after a disagreement on September 11th. So he was showing his knife. He's like, hey, I parked here first.
Yo, this guy's a gangster, bro.
It's like in America, you show your gun.
I can't hold it in. I can't hold it.
You show your gun, but here he's showing his sashimi knife handles, He's got the handles. He was arrested, so this happened in September the 11th.
Okay.
Oh, what a date. He was arrested 3 hours later and tested positive for multiple illicit drugs. Police are investigating any violations of Narcotics Control Act related to his medical treatments.
Okay, so I also heard about this story, which is a common thing in Korea. When you get tested for drugs and there's drugs in your system, the number one excuse they say is, oh, I got like anesthesia or like I went under.
Yeah, hospital stuff.
I went to the hospital, right? That's what they always say. They kind of like.
But if you have a guy with a sashimi knife under his
bro,
belt,
I can't. You said it's a long knife. How is he?
I have no idea. I guess he has long legs too.
All right.
Maybe he's a tall dude. I don't know.
But yeah, this to be honest, I think Korea is super safe. I don't think Korea has a drug problem per se compared to other countries. But I will say for their standard, it is maybe getting worse. And this whole Lamborghini thing, it just makes it a lot more, I say, entertaining, I guess.
Yeah, stabbing incidents happening in a rise.
Yeah,
recently.
especially right now. You can't be,
but
brandishing a knife. You can't be doing that.
But like, people carrying around sashimi knives is pretty common in Korea among gangsters and people.
But how are you a gangster in a Lamborghini? Probably one of those 30 people buying all the houses, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe he's one of the 30s, yeah.
Who knows? But yeah, man.
Yeah, there are a lot of stereotypes being put on certain people who look like certain things, and they ride Lamborghinis and they ride Ferraris, whatever, and
over a parking dispute. You got caught over a parking dispute.
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's so whack.
Maybe he was on steroids. Steroids give you that rage.
I don't know, man. All right.
Whatever it is, carrying around a weapon like that,
That's not a good look.
That's not cool, man.
All right. Okay, so that wraps up our episode. Very entertaining today. So if you like this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know in the comments about the housing, the drugs, the subways. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, what you disagree, what you agree. If you're an expert in like a legal department, let us know, man. Like, I would like to know.
All right. Thanks for watching.